Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we have a reading about somebody that has been going through quite the transitional period in their life. There's a lot of change happening, and I feel like a lot of doors are opening, whether that is pertaining to your career or your love life. Hello there, Andrea. How are you doing? So, I don't know if you can tell from the title, but I've heard Right Said Fred, I'm too sexy. And I heard that song as I pulled these two cards. Along with the split card, we have Life is Now. So there's something here about almost like a coming out party or an introduction. Perhaps there is it's Saturday, right? There might be some social event where you get dressed up. I didn't even think about that, but I decided to wear a dress today. So, yeah, like putting on your Sunday's best, going somewhere and feeling kind of like the life of the party, feeling kind of emboldened or excited about the different paths that you could take that are actually options in front of you. So, let's call it in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Oh my gosh, hi, Erin. How are you doing? I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Happy Saturday if you're here while I do this, or watch it on the same day. I'm kind of excited. I feel like what we need is the fairy godmother. These are kind of fun. They're sparkly, they're fancy. It's so shocking to me that the notifications actually work every now and then. I like it. What else do we have? Ooh. We have vulnerability and identity. So I did say we were in a bit of a transition, right? We have that split card saying somebody is going through a bit of ego death, kind of making some new choices, finding out that there is kind of like a drastic amount of change. Even though it might be exciting, it still might be a little bit disconcerting, right? Oh, I hope you get to relax today, Erin. Hello there, Miss Joanna. How are you doing? We've got somebody here that's, I think, okay, this is a really weird way to describe it, but I'm going to go for it anyways. This is like your life was or is a game of Jenga and it toppled and it was raw, it was difficult, it taught you a lot, but it was not something you thought you'd have to go through. But that gave you the opportunity to build a stronger foundation when you went back to, because even if you're not going to play another round in Jenga, you still have to like rebuild that tower, right? And get it back into the little box thing. So somebody here has been able to basically identify what the weak points were in that Jenga tower. So that when you go back, it's a stronger version, right? We have a greater understanding of who you are and what you want, perhaps colored by having dealt with something you thought you wanted and realizing it's not really what you want. All right, let's go with another fairy theme here. This is the Fairy Lenormand. And then we'll get into the tarot. A new beginning. Something kind of innocent here. Like a clean slate. I don't know. This is so, it's like there's this innocence because there's something fresh, something new, something that kind of makes you feel young again. I'm trying to think of a good way to compare it. I don't know if any of you had like a favorite restaurant or like a favorite ice cream shop when you were a kid, and then, maybe for like 5, 10 years, you lived somewhere else and you couldn't have that anymore. And then you went back and it was just like time travel because it would take you back to when you were 11 or whatever it was and you had that last there's something like that here. For some of you, this is about dating, right? Maybe you were in a long-term relationship that has since ended, and there's this positive element to the dating side of, I haven't had those butterflies in a while, or I haven't gone on a first date in a while, or I haven't, whatever it is, right? There's excitement here, like thinking about the possibilities, feeling kind of like you're in the driver's seat, you get to make the decisions. By the way, we have numbers 30 and 16 in case those are important to you. All right, let's get some tarot on the matter. I think I want the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. That's true, Erin. A little bit less fun, but the glue works too. Ooh, I don't think I've heard that yet. Do you like it? Hello there, James. How are you doing? We've got the Ace of Pentacles. What a beautiful start. So, a new opportunity, right? A blessing. Some of you, I feel, are a little bit overwhelmed. Wow. You guys, the first two cards, and we have two of the four aces in the deck. Right up, I don't know, right out the gate. This is an exciting time for you. Oh, hello. Hampon's here to celebrate with you. Do you want me to scoot over a little bit? You can have that side. Yeah. I'm sitting on a piano bench for those of you that don't know. So there's a little bit of a spot for him next to me. Do you want to help? Yeah? What do you think? The other thing that I think is worth mentioning with this particular deck is the Ace of Wands is a spine. Aside from my love of skeletons, I love the fact that this is indicating you have gotten this opportunity for a new beginning because you had the spine, you had the courage to let go of something that wasn't right for you, or to endure something that was maybe a challenge, a change that you didn't necessarily anticipate, or you didn't necessarily know how it would go. Sometimes we have to get through those like foggy parts of our life. I mean, even look at this. Both of these cards have an element of like questionable visibility. You can't like see through the window. This split card, it kind of gives me that vibe of like looking out a diner window when you're in New York City and you're trying to figure out where your friend is, right? Shout out to Mark, by the way. So we've got a sense here that somebody has had to be okay with a little bit of ambiguity, a little bit of mystery. I'm going to jump, but I don't necessarily know where I'm going to land. And that's okay because I have some sort of faith or reason to believe that things are going to go well. Aaron, you're funny. Yeah, he's getting a little bit more acquainted, isn't he? I love when he does this cute little like snuggle in with you thing. Hey, are you going to say hi? Oh my gosh, you guys, this is... Oh, I totally read that as the Hierophant, and that's the High Priestess. You see the truth, even though there is an air of mystery. Things are going to become even clearer for you in the near future, especially with this Ace of Swords. Like, okay, come on, you guys. 3 of the 4 aces in the first 4 cards. Really? Who are you? Things are going well. You have to be honest with yourself. This is like, you know, accepting the world for the way that it is and acknowledging that at one point you may have been wearing some rose-colored glasses, not wanting to just like kind of create a fantasy anymore, wanting to like live the way that you feel you're supposed to live. And for some of you, this includes, oh my God. This is the 4th ace, you guys. What the shit? Out of 6 cards. Do you, anybody out there, are you a statistician? Is that the way you say it? Where you deal with statistics? Because for real, out of 78 cards, Okay. I'll calm down. But you're a little ridiculous, whoever you are. Wow. With the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so you know what? There's something really serious here about whatever your life is meant to be. Um, there's something here that you do that probably you can't really share with everyone, whatever it is. I'm trying to think of a good example. Let's put a fun spin on it and say that you are a spy and you have this inherent knowledge that helps you to save people that are in trouble. Okay, that's our story. We're sticking to it. You have this opportunity, but there's some element here of secrecy. That's another reason why we can't see out these windows, right? What is this mystery? I just heard nom de plume, so some of you may feel like it's the right time to author a book that you don't necessarily feel comfortable revealing yourself as the author of. So that's the kind of thing that I'm seeing here. You do something, it's what you're meant to do, but you maybe don't necessarily do it under your own name, or you maybe feel like you have to kind of like consider whether or not you have to redact a little bit of the truth, whether or not you have to like, I don't know, be a little bit coy. Wow, four aces, you guys. Did I say that? Did I say that? Six cards, four aces. This is a huge moment. Whoever you are, like this reading is not for everyone, you guys, but whoever you are, you've gone through a lot of crap. You have seen many faces of greed, narcissism, dishonesty, fraud. You have become very wise. And as a result, there's something here that you are being tasked with or you feel pulled to do. But to be honest with you, a lot of people are like, I don't think I really want to do that. I don't think I want to be that exposed, or I don't think I want to be that dedicated or that obsessed. Can you guys tell he wants a little snuggle? Yeah, you guys, this is something many people have rejected or many people have been rejected for. Like, I literally just saw that stark white, like, lobby in Men in Black where Will Smith is like, kind of shit is this? Like, I don't think you're all spies, but there's something here it's like a higher echelon. It's like I don't know, are you an astronaut? Wow, you are just so snuggly right now, Hambone. I love it. Are you guys loving this or what? I don't think he's ever done this. You're totally welcome, though. I don't know if you know this. Everyone loves you. We might have to switch it to Wicked One's Tarot and a Hambone. All right, but look at Hambone. We have the Hanged Man, and he's in the reverse. What do we do about that? Hanged Man in the reverse is a little bit... Oh, you're making the wind chimes go off. Little bit of a concern because this is coming across to me as a stalemate. Somebody who knows the right action but isn't maybe fully confident that that's what they want to do. It's like, this is the silliest analogy, but I'm going to go for it. It's like, James, that's hilarious. This is the silliest analogy, but let's just say you're driving. You're approaching a streetlight and you have to, at this point, make your decision what food you're picking up for dinner on the way home from work. Okay. You can go to the right and you can get this great little place over there that, you know, you definitely enjoy, but maybe you more recently picked up. And then there's this other place where you'd have to, you know, get into the left-hand turn lane. You haven't been there in a while. It's not quite as good, but it's a little bit more variety. That gave me a little bit of a heart attack. What was that? Did you just try to jump up there? I'm going to have to watch that one back, aren't I? Aaron says it's about beating the red light. I'm glad you drive in a different country. Someone well, it's my mom. I don't think she'd be embarrassed. One of my mom's favorite jokes is, if you don't like the way I drive, stay off the sidewalk. Yeah. So, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Hanged Man. Some of you may be hesitating a little bit too much here on this opportunity. And I want to encourage you. If you feel awesome enough to go for this wild adventure or have this wild life, I don't know, maybe you're looking to actually be a model because we had Right Said Fred, I'm too sexy. Maybe you are too sexy in that regard and you have this opportunity to, like, you know, be famous, whatever it is, pursue your dream, right? You have to have the awareness, though, that this isn't just like a donut that's sitting on the table in an empty office room where nobody else is going to grab it because you're the only one there, right? Like, this is a timed offer. This is like a slice of pizza in the gas station. You can't trust that shit forever, man. Like, don't eat that like 8 hours in. You will get sick. There is a time limit. So, keep that in mind, right? Eat it. Hello there, Voodoo. How are you doing? Sidewalks are just shortcuts for the brave. Yeah, what do you guys, don't you like call it pavement? I feel like there was a song that taught me about that. Yeah, I do think it's a little bit probably wiser to view a driveway as a parkway because you park there instead of drive there. I do agree with that. I don't know, is that Australian? Anyways, we can rename civil transportation components at a different time. 5 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. You badass. What are you doing here? You're looking at this choice and I feel like you have a sense of excitement because you know you're ready. It's like, look, I could sit here and oh my god, stop being so adorable. I can't handle it. You're over here like, oh, you know what? I could just like sit around and like be sad about whatever it was that I missed or think about the things that have changed, the fact that there's a new chapter in my life or I could just be like, whoa, this is actually pretty badass. This is kind of like what I wanted my life to be like. I made all those changes or I went through all of that crap just so that I could have this freedom, so I could have this opportunity, so I could have this career, so I could have this relationship, whatever it is. You're getting what you want by having a little bit of a rebel side or a little bit of courage where others lack it. 7, 7. All right, so we have 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. The number 77 could be important to you. Yeah, you could play it safe or you could get wild with it, get weird with it. And you're like, no, I'm too sexy to live like a normal life. And I love the confidence. It looks great on you. You guys, this is great. This is like, I don't think a normal life is for me. I think I'm a little bit different. I think I want to be memorable as opposed to obedient, like dudes wearing like a skeleton corset top and like pulling it off. And then this dude is like, no, you know what I'm gonna wear? I'm gonna wear a skirt that just has like a skeleton on it. Just like a skull, actually. Let's be technical here. Like, these guys could have been in that Right Said Fred music video. Easy. Oh man. This is great. Yeah, you're gonna have a really, really fun time. You have to accept that you're blazing a different path, and some people may be a little bit butthurt about it. Some people may be like a little judgy about it. Hey, we had a conversation about that. That is not for that. Don't you dare. Hey, stick to the being cute thing, okay? That was working for you. Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit of a weird mom, weird cat. I was reading your LOL ham comment. Oh, hi, Storm. How are you doing? Ten of Wands. Okay. We had Ten of Wands here because some of you have been carrying this burden of living the predictable life or being the reliable person, doing things for others, maybe not so often for yourself. And now you have this opportunity. Maybe some of you are empty nesters. Maybe some of you are like, hey, you know what? I've made enough money. I don't need to do that job anymore. I'm going to like fuck off and do something that's fun. Like there's something great. I know, Erin, I was totally thinking of that too. Like, don't get too crazy with it. All right. I think we might have to get one of these angels. It's like the farthest deck away from you guys, and I have like T-Rex arms, so don't judge me. This is the Angels of Abundance deck from the lovely Miss Joanna. All right, let's see. This might tell us a little bit more about the money situation here. He is just like attacking this like pepper toy that I have for him. All right, so we have savings. I love that the card, like the margin is green. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So especially if, like you guys, let's just like ponder for a moment. People who win the lottery or, not all of them, but some of the more famous, high-paid athletes, right, have this like inability to see down the road that they may not be able to be a football player for 50 years, a soccer player for 70 years, right? Like it's important to acknowledge that there are fluctuations that happened financially. And it may have taught some of you, you know what, I think I need to be a little bit more consistent with regards to setting things aside and anticipating that there might be difficulties in the future, right? Oh, you're in Sweden. I love it. I know it's just like next door or whatever, but I spent some time in Norway and absolutely fell in love with that place. I think if I were to move to a different country, I would probably choose Norway if they would have me. They'd probably be like, girl, you are way too American. Like, what if I learned how to make lefse? um, yeah, but I've heard really good things about Sweden. I had a high school friend who was very Swedish, like 100% Swedish, but her parents had been born in Sweden and they would go back quite often. She would tell me all these lovely stories about Sweden. Obviously, really good food over there. You guys, when I went to Norway, I cannot believe the hospitality that I was shown. Like, for the first time, I met a ton of my relatives. And it was like I was the like fucking queen or something. They like had a whole like spread of like Norwegian dishes and like pastries, beer, Hansa beer. Sorry, okay, I'll focus. 4 hours? That's not too bad. I can't even get to Texas that quickly. All right, so we have deservingness and do the work. So yes, we need to make sure we're having, a little bit of a, like a safety net. You are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, come on, they're not that hard to find. Trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. Oh, it's like a hug. Do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. I don't know why I love these cards. It's like every time I read one of these little blurbs, it's like, oh. Yes, I agree. I agree. All right, let's go with, should we get, yeah, we'll go with the old school, you guys. The Rider-Waite. Tell me more, please, about this person that is far too sexy for their shirt. It's just like literally on repeat in my head, you guys. It's starting to drive me crazy, but it's okay. I still love it. And just so you all know, while I was putting on my makeup, the song was playing like on my actual phone, and I was totally dancing to it. So, yeah, feel free to make fun of me in the comments. Eight of Cups in the reverse, Two of Wands. I'm telling you, you guys, this is so obvious. Like, huge big sign, flashing neon lights, new opportunity, like pull over here if you want to change your whole life, right? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I support that. Yeah, that's a pretty cool dude. If that's the kind of service they're looking for. People who can't see the live chat when they watch this video are gonna be like, what the fuck is she talking about? He's talking about doing a biking funeral for his buddy, which would be pretty rad. But yeah, we've got, you're looking out at the shoreline or the ocean or all of the opportunities that are available on Tinder for you, whatever it is. You're just like, damn, that looks pretty good, you guys. I don't know if I have enough time to explore all of it, but I'm pretty excited. There's a freshness, a newness, and a sense that there's stability where there hadn't been before. Whoa. Uh, you guys might roast me for this because not all of you are a fan, but there is somebody. This is somebody good, though. There's somebody from your past that has very fond memories of you. I got to figure out what this Six of Pentacles in the reverse is because, so obviously it's of note that we have two sixes in a row. Okay. So we had the 7, 7, and now we have the 6, 6. Both could be important to you. Maybe someone's birthday is July 6th, or, you know, if you're on the other side of the world, maybe it's June 7th. We all do things a little bit differently, right? But there was a sense of loss here, a sense of heartache. It was like, how do I explain this? An ending you always expected. Like, I don't know, you're working at a camp, you're, you know, fucking 19 or whatever, and you fall in love, but you know at the end of the summer, you go home to your different states or different parts of the country, whatever it is. But this was like one of those like losses that never really left somebody's mind, possibly both people's mind. Some of you may have like a childhood love coming back around, and others of you, this is more so that butterfly feeling I was talking about, where you find this new love and you connect to them really quickly. It's as if you've known them for a really long time. Um, but there's a sense here that somebody is working through heartbreak. There is definitely somebody here who is trying to heal from being rejected or having some sort of loss here in their life. It could be both of you. Sometimes we find love interests that are going through very similar situations as us so that we can kind of commiserate, right? We have the King of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Four of Pentacles. Remember, we had the Four of Pentacles amongst the aces, all four of the aces coming out. So here's the deal, you guys. I told you there's a time limit on this, right? I mean, I use the example of an empty office and like just feeling like a donut's just gonna sit there and be like waiting for you the whole time. But like, let's think of a full office. Yo, you bring a dozen donuts into an office of 50 people and that shit will disappear like that. Maybe it's different in other countries. And personally, I'm not that impressed by donuts. Can we make that a t-shirt? I'm not that impressed by donuts. I don't know, you guys. There's something here about somebody sitting back, looking at this opportunity like, "Mm, I don't know, maybe." And for most of you, this is like a front where you're saying, I don't know if I really want to do that. I don't know if I really want to have those hours. I don't know if I really want to travel for this opportunity. I don't know if I really want to be with somebody who is that much older or younger or has kids or doesn't have kids, whatever it is, right? There's this like hesitation, and it's like a false hesitation. It's like, no, I want this with every fiber of my being, but I don't know if I'm good enough or I don't know if I can hack it, right? Yes. So I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty clearly saying that there are those of you that will fumble this opportunity for no other reason than doubt or lacking the courage or lacking the ability to actually do the work. But you have the King of Wands here too, you guys. The King of Wands is somebody who is capable. It's like the majority of you have this King of Wands, but if you let this little hesitation or this question mark, this doubt get to you, then you go right back to this Four of Pentacles. Like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't think that's right for me, right? Page of Pentacles in the reverse, Eight of Swords in the reverse. But if you know that there's a chance that this is lost, I feel like there's a greater sense of urgency. There's a sense of prioritization, right? Like, well, shit, Carmen told me I only had a little bit of time if I wanted to take advantage of this opportunity, so I should probably actually do something about it, right? Yeah, take this as your validation of your intuition or take this as your heads up. But if you know that this thing you wanted or that this thing that you worked for was going to be, you know, presented and then taken back, you would be like, okay. And then you pounce on it, right? Like, no, that's what I waited for, so I'm going to take it. We had this Five of Cups before. Where were you? Didn't we? Did I dream that? Maybe I dreamt it. I don't know, it's right here. Thinking back on the, like literally they're looking at the cups that spilled, not acknowledging that we have two cups right here that are just as functional for carrying around beverages. Right? Same thing here. This guy's like, oh, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. It's a sunny ass day right behind you, dude. What are you whining about? There's plenty of things that you can do that'll be fabulous, right? Redbeard, you crack me up. So yeah, here's the thing. I'm tempted to just like change the title of this video to quit your bitchin', shit looks good. Like you may be tempted to be looking at all of the crap you've been through, or even some rejection that happened in the past or recently. But like, I'm here to tell you, all that's in the past. You've made it through. You've gotten to the end of the tunnel of shit in Shawshank Redemption. And now it's time for you to go to the beach. Now it's time for you to get a tan. Now it's time for you to be enlightened and happy and get the things that you want. So, like, start strutting like life is a damn runway. And you're like, right said Fred. Gotta throw that sweater over the shoulder. All right, what else should we use? I'm kind of thinking the Golden Girls would approve of Right Said Fred, right? Surely they would. Come on. Are we still talking about donuts? I guess it's Saturday morning here. It's not for you guys, right? Aren't you in the afternoon now? A Saturday donut. King of Swords in the reverse, Eight of Cups. Yeah, see, some of you are just like a little bit too butthurt to take this opportunity. And I'm here to tell you, you get a butt massage or you do something, okay? They got those chairs that massage, like go get your nails done. You can let go of all of this like stress or anger or resentment or feeling of rejection and just like pivot and be like, oh, but I have like all this other shit going on for me. And that's great, right? You guys are so funny. And obviously, Miss Jonna, you're on the same wavelength. So we've got somebody that's saying, you know what, I could be that like not very happy person, or I could be whining about what didn't work out or my Jenga tower falling over. But I also have this opportunity to just be like, fuck it, shit happened. That happens to everyone. Like, I'm not special, but I am special because like I could just turn around and walk towards this new beginning, and that would be pretty cool. So, yeah, don't hide from the opportunities in your life. Take advantage of the things that show up for you. It may feel a little bit foreign, it may be a little bit weird, but there's something here that helps you feel more alive than when you were by yourself. So, for some of you, you got to be like, committed to pulling yourself out of a hermit mode. Because look at it, you're supposed to be dancing. I'm just gonna reel that in for you guys. Yeah, go on with your bad self. They're getting down. They got like coordinated outfits and everything. Maybe you're the next Destiny's Child. We have Justice in the reverse and the Seven of Wands again. We had that right here, actually. So it's clarifying it. Why do we have Justice in the reverse, though? I don't really like that. Oh, okay. So whatever this opportunity is, whatever this new chapter in your life, or this life is now walking at, like a fashion show, whatever it is that you're doing where people are like, damn, this is the right time for you, okay? So weird example, but obviously with the Right Said Fred song, this is like kind of prominent in my mind, but there was an article I read a couple weeks ago about like people being able to get modeling jobs at like older ages than they previously were. Like there are a couple that are doing quite well that have white or gray hair. And it's like maybe for somebody out there, something that you expected to happen for you when you were much younger didn't happen then, but it happens for you now. Like those people, I know in particular, one of them was like, yeah, it just didn't work for me until I aged, and then it did. Something about, timing being right. Well, it's the right time for this alternate path, for this new opportunity, this sense of adventure, this sense of like everybody like looking at you. So I don't know, you guys, sounds pretty fun. Let's go with the Tarot de la Nuit. Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady progress towards a goal. I think there's also a sense here. Wow, we have the King of Swords in the reverse. We just had him here. There's a sense here that somebody may be, wow, and the Eight of Cups. So the same two cards we have here in the same position, right? King of Swords in the reverse. So honestly, the situation is you can't sit on your ass, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is not fast enough, okay? That's long term and that's great. When I think of a person that is personifying the Knight of Pentacles, this is somebody who's reliable, maybe not the quickest to change though, right? This is not the energy for this situation. You are being told you need more of like a Knight of Swords energy where you're like, that's what I want. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to go and get it, right? Like if you see, let's say you're single, right? You're in public, you're at somebody's party, whatever it is, and you are interested in somebody. Are you just going to like sit on your ass and wait for somebody else to introduce you, or are you going to go introduce yourself? I know you might have different answers, but this is like one of those things where like you can't just like wait and expect for things to fall in your lap all the time. This is the King of Wands energy, not the Queen of Wands energy. Queen of Wands is like, I'm drawing in all of the opportunities that are for me. This is something that you are expected to go after. So for those of you that are in a love situation where you're the one that has that responsibility, this is saying, shit or get off the pot time, guy. Okay, like, or girl, whoever you are, whatever we have going on here, you're supposed to be taking the initiative, not sitting around and waiting. It's almost like somebody's like lying to themselves to like not have to be taking action here, but you have to do the work. So for some of you, this is, did you submit an application? Did you submit a portfolio? Did you submit an offer on the house that you want to buy? Like, you got to actually be your own agent, right? Not like real estate agent, but agent of action. You get things done. So we have Temperance. When you balance things out and when you have a positive mindset, that's when you level up, or that's when you like boss up. That's when things change for you in a way that you really wanted them to. Do the work. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is about like mastery of a skill or some hard work, right? Look at, she's been working so hard, she's literally steaming. You can't just sit on your ass and wait for everybody to do things for you. I'm not trying to call you lazy by any means, but there is potentially somebody else that's interested in the love interest or the situation or the job, whatever it is, right? Hello there, Paul. I don't think I have said hello to you yet. Happy Saturday. You are lazy. You crack me up. All right, Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, you're going to have to defend something here. If it's the right time. Okay, you guys, I don't know if this is totally out there. Maybe you guys just like totally adore my off the cuff, like weird analogies, but raise your hand if you've ever seen the show Wipeout, where people are like super confident in their abilities to jump across like giant foam rollers and be attacked with like giant hoses in the hope of winning some money, right? Timing is everything, right? Sometimes you have to wait for the thing to go around at just the right moment and then you go for it. That's what this is. Like, you're sitting here, you're like, okay, man, I'm dressed like a pirate. I'm ready to go. Just like sound a horn or whatever, and then I'll jump across and I'll like make it to the other side. Does she look like that's what she's doing? Oh, goodness. You got to know when to jump, when to take this leap of faith. And then you have to do it. You cannot be sitting there like thinking about whether or not other people would jump at that same time. You just got to do your thing. Because otherwise with this death card, it's like one of those situations where this is coming across to me as That was your attempt, you know? That was your chance. It's like you're one of those people on the side of a river thinking that it's super easy to use a rope to jump into the river, and then you end up being one of those Instagram reels where people play it over and over again and watch you like completely fuck it up. I'm supposed to be encouraging you guys. You have the ability to jump into the river from the rope. You have to believe in yourself and you actually have to do the jumping, right? There is something here that is absolutely saying, whatever this is, you have to do something for yourself. You have to put yourself out there. You have to go to the party. You have to submit the job application. But this is yours. You just have to do it. Live your life. You have free will. You can do whatever you want. But this is like, this is what you want. This is like I've never thought that I would actually get that opportunity to make my life about that. And then you do. So, yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I hope to see you on the next reading.